Welcome back in. New here at 9 o'clock, the war in Ukraine intensifying just as some Colorado volunteers arrive there to help.
They are medical workers traveling with the nonprofit trying to help Ukrainians whose lives have been shattered by 1,000 days of war. And our Jeremy Hubbard is about to enter the war zone with them. It's a story you'll see only here on Fox 31.
Yeah, guys, we just arrived here in Przemysl, Poland at the train station. This is the very train station that tens of thousands of refugees funneled through in the early days of the war 3 years ago when the threat was so great. But reality is that threat is still here. In fact, just today, the head of the Ukrainian Air Force put the entire country on high alert. They were worried about a full-scale bombing attack by the Russians, the likes of which they haven't seen here in a couple of months. It just shows you how serious that threat still is. And that is the backdrop for a group of volunteers from Colorado entering the country to try and do some good work, and we're going into Ukraine with them to see what they're doing.
While most others have spent years trying to get away from the danger in Ukraine, these volunteers hurry toward it.
We're going to the town of Przemysl, Poland, which is on the border with Ukraine.
This train ride from Krakow, Poland to the Ukrainian border, the first leg of their nearly 15-hour-long journey by rail to get to Kyiv.
Every family has somebody that has suffered because of this war.
It is the fourth time Roxanne Alexander Jones has made the trip this year, the 15th time she's done it since the Russian invasion began.
Air raids are frequent, and you never know for how long.
A registered nurse, she's part of a team from a charity called Global Care Force. It's a nonprofit that provides health care and humanitarian aid to Ukrainians in areas ravaged by 3 years of war.
Volunteers have come back a second or a third time, and they've seen the same patients over and over again, and they've built a relationship.
Alongside Scott Oberkrom, who runs the charity as president and CEO, we are eventually headed deep inside the war zone to meet up with a group of volunteers already hard at work inside Ukraine. Their mission this week, crisscrossing the countryside, setting up healthcare clinics in small villages, providing essential medical and trauma care in places where often there is no other medical help at all.
You know, the way I look at it is that if I can, I should. Not a lot of people can or have the availability or the temperament to be able to do those kind of things. And I figure because I can, I should.
Among the Colorado volunteers already in the war zone tonight, Doug Amos.
Outside of Kyiv, when we go to these villages and pockmarked with, mortar shells, and absolutely devastated.
He's a Navy veteran from Castle Rock, a physician's assistant. It's his third time volunteering in Ukraine with this group.
I mean, they had to rebuild one of those schools for us to actually have a clinic in. The area was still pretty significantly mined, so had to be kind of careful about where you walked around.
Over the course of a week, Doug and the rest of the group will attempt to bring hope to those overwhelmed with hopelessness since the Russian assault began.
It's very fulfilling to have a purpose, to have found a purpose in life.
All of them leaving the comfort and safety of home because while others flee danger, they feel called to head toward it.
I always say you have to go see it and smell it and feel it, and once you do, you're hooked.
And a bit more on that constant threat from Russia. Just last month, they launched 2,000 drone attacks on Ukraine, a huge escalation in their aerial assaults and a further sign that this war showing no sign of letting up as winter comes to Ukraine. And again, that's not deterring these Colorado volunteers from doing the work that needs to be done, and we'll be with them all week as they do it. We'll have their stories right here on Fox 31 News at 9. In Przemysl, Poland, Jeremy Hubbard, Fox 31.